Welcome back to UCA News. I'm one of your hosts, Gavinster.
And I'm Elster. And there are 4 of us. This is different.
Ryster here. Look at us. We take up the entire screen.
And last and best of all, I'm a Ryster.
Now that we have those introductions out of the way, let's jump into school news.
Fantastic idea. First up is course completion. Ryster, where should we be at the end of this week?
By the end of this week, all of your semester-long courses should be at 15%.
This is a great time to remind you that there's a course completion chart on our website. You can find it at uca.school/course completion.
Believe it or not, the next time you see us will be February 5th. February already. Can you believe it?
February 5th is an important day at UCA.
It is. It is one of the last days you can order a Valentine's Day present for your crush and still have it arrive before Valentine's Day.
Thanks for the reminder, but that is not why February 5th is an important day. On that day, we will be starting our RISE benchmark test.
That is true. Students in 3rd through 8th grade will be taking the RISE benchmark language arts test on either the 5th or the 6th.
Information about your testing and the link to the Zoom class where you will be taking the test will be sent out this week.
But if you have any questions, then please reach out to your homeroom teacher or advisor.
Why you all, but this test taking stresses me out. Help me feel less stressed.
Don't be stressed. These benchmark tests are designed to help your teachers figure out what concepts you've already mastered and which ones you still need some help with.
I was a little scared until I realized that the tests don't count against your grade or anything like that. They just are there to help your teachers teach us better.
You should still try your hardest on them so that the tests are accurate, but yet there's nothing to stress about.
Thanks, I do feel better. I know the 5th and 6th are language arts tests. What are the math tests?
The math benchmark tests are the week after on February 12th and 13th.
I'm so glad we're only taking 1 test per week.
Me too. Ryster, hopefully that answered all of your questions. Should we move on to the rest of the episode?
Let's do it. Let's lighten the mood a little and start off with our joke of the week.
I wrote a song about a tortilla. Actually, it's more of a rap.
Here's a peek behind the scenes. Usually we search for jokes online, but this was created by our very own Gavin.
I mean, it was a really good joke. Maybe Gavin should write all of our jokes.
Our students are so talented, but has recently come to our attention that some of them may not know about the most useful tools at our school. Let's send it out to Zoe and Sylvia to find out more.
What are those words that you just spoke? Book?
I heard that was just a myth. It doesn't exist.
It's not real. I've never seen it.
Bigfoot? Aliens? What could the students at UCA be talking about?
It was the grade book. We asked them how often they use the grade book.
That is truly shocking. We need to look into this more. It's time for another edition of UCA Investigates.
The wheel, the printing press, and sliced bread are just a few of man's most useful inventions.
At UCA, a few tools are essential for success. The planner, webmail, and to-do list come to mind, but one of the most important tools is the gradebook.
Before we dive into the gradebook, let's take a second to locate this mythical gradebook on Connexus.
Oh look, there it is!
Oh yes, that's the place where you go check your grades. I guess it does exist.
Exist it does. While checking your grades is an essential function of the gradebook, there are a lot of other uses for it as well.
The first thing we should discuss is weight.
Didn't your mother teach you that it's not nice to talk about someone's weight?
No, not that kind of weight. We need to talk about the weight, or the impact of each type of assessment on a student's grade.
Huh?
There are a few different types of assessments at UCA. For example, we have tests, portfolios, quick checks, and sample work.
Each type of assessment makes up a different percentage of the grade. For example, in this course, tests will count for 35% of your total grade, portfolios count for 30%, and quick checks 20%.
That means that if you get 100% on every assignment type but didn't turn in any of your portfolios, then the highest your grade can be is a 70% or a C-.
That explains a lot. I need to go turn in my science portfolios.
A table like the one on your screen can be found for each subject and is located right above your assignments.
Another part of the gradebook that is very useful is the lesson completion column. At UCA, we often call this course completion.
This column shows you how many lessons you have completed, how many lessons there is this semester, and the percentage of courses that you have completed.
This is a great way to make sure that you are staying on track. You can use the course completion guide at uca.school/course completion.
One of the most common questions that teachers get asked by students is,
How can I bring up my grade?
How can I bring up my grade?
I'm still working on my science portfolios.
You go, Brielle. Before you ask your teacher how to improve your grade, you should spend some time investigating on your own.
or leave the investigating to us. We are investigators after all.
No, don't leave it to us. Investigate on your own. You should look through your lessons and identify assignments that you could have done better on.
Remember that tests and portfolios are going to have a bigger impact on your grade. Consider starting with those.
Each teacher will have a slightly different way for you to submit corrections or complete makeup work. You should check your teacher's website, and if you need more help, then send them a webmail or visit with them during in and out.
As we noticed before, the gradebook is an essential tool in your UCA tool belt.
That was a riveting investigation. The gradebook is an incredibly useful tool.
Do you know what else is incredibly useful? All the random pieces of knowledge.
I don't know how useful it really is, but it is time to drop some more knowledge. Let's go to Fact of the Week.
Fact of the week. Ba-da-da.
True or false? A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. Seriously, do you think that it's true or false? Tell the person you're watching this with, or if you're in a live lesson, put this in the chat. That fact is 100% true.
That can't be true, right?
How could a year be longer than a day? Did we fact check that?
Okay. I am being told that it is true that Hannah Norrell, the science girl, is here with more information.
This fact is true. A day in Venus is longer than a year in Venus because it takes Venus longer to rotate once on its axis than it to complete one orbit around the sun. One day in Venus is about 243 Earth days, while a year in Venus is about 225 Earth days.
Wow, that is fascinating. Who knew?
I was sure that was wrong, but the way Hannah Norrell, the science girl, explained it, it makes perfect sense.
Folks, this episode has been awesome so far. We're going to end it with a fan favorite segment. It's time for Mystery Image.
Hey everyone. We're back with another episode of Mystery Image.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to sound more mysterious.
Let's leave the mystery up to the mystery image. Well, actually, the mystery image is just an image. Y'all figured it out.
This is the picture we showed you last week. Several of you figured out exactly what it was.
And tons of you were so close. Many of you figured out that it was an eyeball, but what did it belong to?
We had a lot of guesses. The most popular guess was that it was a hippo's eyeball. Lizard and cow were also guessed a bunch. There are all great guesses, but the eyeball belongs to an ostrich.
Congrats to these people who guessed correctly an ostrich eyeball.
All right, it is time to unveil the next mystery image.
Unfortunately, no. That was the last mystery image for a while. Well, we may not be looking at a mystery image every week, but that doesn't mean we won't be trying to solve a mystery.
What do you mean?
This time it's not a mystery image, it's a mystery sound.
A sound. So we're going to listen to a mystery sound and then we'll have to figure out what it is. That's how it's going to work.
Exactly. Mystery sound is exactly the same, except we'll be using our ears instead of our eyes.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Let's listen to our first mystery sound.
Just like before, you need to go to uca.school/news to submit your guesses.
Good luck. I'm pretty sure I already know what it is.
First of all, shout out to Zoe from the news team. She told us all that was an ostrich eye, and she was right.
I'm so excited to try and figure out what the mystery sound is.
I think it's an ostrich call.
Ooh, that would be good. I don't hear that, but then again, I have no idea what an ostrich sounds like.
They are fascinating birds. That is going to bring us to the end of UCA News for this week.
Thank you all for watching. We hope you have a stupendous week. We'll be back here next week for another new episode.
Remember to ask for help if you need it. Keep working hard. And of course, we
are
UCA.
See.
A.